Hi, my name is Pearl. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm talking about cheating in relationships. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you get notified whenever I upload subsequent videos. The reason I'm making this video is because I saw on Facebook one prominent figure was saying that he had broken up his engagement with his fiancée, and it got people talking. I went to the comment section to find out what the Facebook aunties and in-laws had to say about this, and I came across this comment of a girl saying that cheating is better. Like, cheating is okay as long as she doesn't know. When your spouse or partner hides the fact that they are cheating from you, it's a sign of respect. And I could not fathom, I could not even understand why you would come to that kind of conclusion. You know, cheating has become so rampant in the society that ladies have taken it to become normal. They now see it as a normal thing, as a normal occurrence. A guy is going to say, I'm an African man, I'm allowed to cheat, but a woman is not allowed to cheat. That's going to be a discussion for another day. But I don't know why a girl is going to come to a place where she feels that cheating is normal. If you love somebody, let me just say this quickly, love does not and should not hurt. If somebody loves you, the person will not go out to hurt you. The person will not do something that deliberately hurts you. We know that relationships have their ups and downs, and that sometimes things are said that were not meant to hurt, but they hurt, or sometimes things are said that hurt you, that were meant to hurt, and they hurt you. But when it comes to cheating, it takes the ball to another level, because cheating breaks trust. It brings a lot of problems in a relationship. And why would you go and cheat on your partner and still want to be with that person you cheated on? Why don't you just go be with the other person you cheated with your partner on and just break up the relationship? It doesn't make sense to me. People have different reasons why they cheat. You're going to tell me. Some people are going to say that you have a genuine reason. Maybe it's a character issue. Maybe there is something that the person, that your partner is not doing, that caused you to cheat. I always say yes. Cheating doesn't just happen. You don't cheat on me and tell me it's a mistake, because if it's not a mistake, maybe the act you did, maybe you didn't plan to carry out that act, but it had been at the back of your mind, and then you had the opportunity and you went for it. And even before doing what you did, you knew that it was wrong, but you went ahead and did it. So it is something. Cheating is always as a result of something that has been building up in the background, except the person is just a chronic cheat, someone who doesn't care, who is just out to have fun and doesn't care. Then the person just decides to cheat on you. I don't know if there are people like that. So cheating is something that should not be accepted. I don't know how a girl or women, because it's not just from that girl I've heard. I mostly hear many girls say that cheating is normal, it's real, you need to accept it. If you accept bad behavior, the fact that everybody is doing something bad doesn't make it right. So we need to come to a place where we build our self-esteem and we are able to say no to certain bad practices that are happening in the society. Now, another person on that same, because many people liked the comment, some people were commenting on that. Another girl was like, how can you even say this? How can you normalize cheating? What kind of a human being are you? Cheating is wrong and should not be accepted. It should not be tolerated. And that person was like, why will you even go to the extent of cheating? Cheating is better because my boyfriend or something is violent. Like, she was talking about being in a relationship that was violent. She actually did not say her boyfriend do, but she was like, where she was coming from is like, what if you're in a relationship that the person is violent towards you, and abusive? And it brought me to another thing. Girls are in abusive relationships. Many girls are in abusive relationships. Yes, true, guys too are in abusive relationships, because abuse is not only physical but is also emotional. Now, many people are in abusive relationships today and they don't know how to come out of it. Maybe because they feel that if they speak out, they are going to be looked at as bad people, or if they speak out, they are going to be, castigated. They are going to bring shame on, maybe on their relationship or something. Or if they break out of the relationship, what will people say? Trust me, what will people say have led many people to their graves. So if you are in a relationship and it's not working, there are lots of things you can do. If you guys are willing to see a counselor to work on it, fine. no relationship can work without both parties having a mind to save the relationship. So if the other person is not willing to save the relationship and is not, it shows that the person no longer interested in the relationship. There is no need for you to stay in an abusive relationship. And listen to me, if right now you're in an abusive relationship, please leave. I read something somewhere and they said, teach your daughters that coming home from a bad marriage is better than coming home in a coffin. And I'm saying this especially to many Christian sisters. Coming home from a bad marriage is better than coming home in a coffin. There is no part in me that would support divorce. Every fiber of my being believes in marriage, believes in love, and believes in forever. But if your relationship or marriage has gotten to a point where it is toxic and you are abused in that marriage, it is violent, please, please, for the sake of your mental state, your health, and your children, leave. It's better that you leave, that you separate, and not say go and divorce. It's better that you separate and then you guys see a counselor, you pray about it, you forgot to maybe renew your marriage or revive your marriage, or wherever the problem is coming from, you try to sort it out. You actually talk it out with a counselor, with a therapist. You should not be in that toxic environment. Because the mistake that most people make is this: women stay in abusive relationships because they feel that, oh, what am I going to do with my kids, or what will my kids do? People are going to look bad, or the man is going to take away my children from me. Trust me, if you stay in an abusive home, you're teaching your kids that abuse is okay. You're teaching your kids to tolerate bad attitudes. You're teaching them attitudes that are not okay, that tomorrow they may be struggling with in their relationships. You see some relationships and the woman is aggressive and she's violent, and it's not necessarily because she's a violent person by nature, but it's because she may have grown up in a home where the father was abusive and her mother did not defend herself. So she grows up thinking that my mother was weak because she could not defend herself. Now I'm going to be a strong woman so that no man should ever treat me the way my mother was treated. So in her mind, it's a coping mechanism that she has built around herself. So she's this tough person that nobody can, or no nonsense person that nobody can say anything to and get away with. She gets married and it becomes a problem because she overreacts whenever something comes up. She immediately flashes back to what happened with her mother, and now she becomes the aggressor. So she sees her father in every man that she meets, and she sees her father in her husband, and now she becomes the aggressor. And you're just going to be like, oh, she's an aggressive person, she's this, without going back to find out why she is the way she is. It's because she was taught, she learned that for her to defend herself, she needs to become the aggressor. She needs to be tough. She needs to build a thick skin. So these are some of the things that if we don't know, we think that we are doing our children good by staying in an abusive relationship. We are not doing them good. If you feel that, if because sometimes there are different kinds of abuse. There's financial abuse, and a man may abuse you financially in the sense that he will withhold finances from you and stuff like that. Some men will be like, okay, I'm not going to give you any money if you're leaving my house. I'm not going to support the children and stuff like that. And you're going to be like, okay, so for my children to go to school, or for my children to be what they want to be in future, I need to stay there and tolerate the abuse. You are teaching them wrong. You see some people in relationships where they have maybe a kid and they are not married, and then they feel like, what people say if I leave this house to go and start building another relationship, and they stay there, they say I'm staying because of my kid. They have another one, and another one, and they have kids, like 4 kids, and now they're like, okay, how do I even live now with these 4 kids? And they are stuck in an abusive relationship, and it's affecting them and it's affecting their children. And unfortunately, children from abusive homes, they turn out to replicate what they saw happening in their homes. Some turn out to be better, because 2 things will happen. As I say, a man may give birth to twins, identical in everything, and their father is a drunkard. One gets up and becomes a drunkard like their father, but the other person says, I don't want to be like my father, I want to become better. So that's just the same thing that happens in an abusive home. Some children get up and they replicate what they saw. Others grow up saying, I don't want to be this, I want to be different. And they are different. So there is no need trying to be in an abusive relationship saying I'm doing it for the sake of the children. Now, I'm going to talk more about abuse. I'm going to do another video on abuse in relationships, different kinds of abuse, violence, and stuff like that. But I really wanted to address this because it was doing me some kind, when I saw when I read that comment, I really felt bad because we have endorsed lots of things that are not supposed to be so. So I don't know, I was just rambling. If what I was saying made sense to you, if you're in an abusive relationship and you want to get out of it, there are things you can do to get out of an abusive relationship. There are signs you can see. I'm going to do this on signs you can how you can tell that somebody's in an abusive relationship, and many other videos. This is where I come to the end of this video. If it makes sense to you, please subscribe to my channel and let's talk in the comment section. I'll be uploading subsequent videos. Make sure you watch them. Thank you so much. I'll see you in my next video.